Okay, it says I'm live, and welcome everybody. And sorry, Gisela couldn't stay up, but we understand her time zone. But it's like, hello, June, Darlene, Denise, and Terry. You'll be back. You need a nap. It's like, it's one of those days, isn't it? It's one of those days, isn't it? It's one of those days, isn't it? There. Yeah. I woke up with a headache today, but that's normal. I just didn't get up and get my ice pack. And it's like I didn't have Sara Jane ready, but she's getting dressed now. She's here. Get some power to her. Hi, Kim. Austin just walking through the door. Or we have one heck of a windstorm, one of the two. I know it's Austin. Brought his dogs down to play, I'm sure. Because he said, bring in the hellions. It's like, I always, when I break off the thread, I just leave a string, tie it off, pull it back through. On here is a little more harder to pull through. Seems like the tension is really good. So I just make sure I get it through. And of course, it didn't go through. So go back to do it the old-fashioned way. From start to finish. Austin's got dishes to do and a shower, is what he said. Thread, thread, thread. Terry. Hi, Mary. Hi, Diane. Okay. Hi, Gayla. Left to right, right to left. It's like, just talking to the live, Austin. Just talking to the live. Well, that didn't go up there and catch like it should. There, it's caught now. Your walls look so different every time I see it. It's getting more and more. That quilt is getting close together. It's 2 blocks, 2 persons away. There and over here. It's like, yeah, you can see this space here that's white and this space is brown. That's the wonky block swap. Hi, Mary Webb. Forgot I gotta make my screen up here bigger so I don't have to squint so much. It's like I don't get to see all the lines immediately, but it's close. Oh, my voice is better. Hi, Nancy. But like today, I woke up with a headache and I knew I was waking up with one and I didn't get up and get my ice pack like I normally do. So that's my mistake there. I'm going to have a neighbor come and lift my sewing machine onto the table. Yay! That might give you a little bit of more push. It's like make yourself do something. Don't remember if I need this or it's like 1, too. No, don't need that out of the package. Sometimes we just need that little bit of a push. And if you don't think your strength's up there, be safe and let a neighbor do it. Get help. We deserve to ask for help once in a while. But I have to make a bunch more of these of the dark. I'm 2 shades of purple, and then they're going to rotate and make a pattern. I'll put it up on the wall next time. It's like, what the heck? I didn't even grab out sets to sew. What am I doing? I set out parts, not pieces. There's the pieces I need. I did get the 6 ghosts hand sewed on the Halloween. I did do that. I have to put their eyeballs on. Yeah, you're up there in that. You guys. Luckily, I don't have that heat wave going on here. It's like 74 today. Lose a string, find it on your shirt. That's our high today. So that's good for me. That's all the higher what I want it. We need the break. Yesterday I disposed of those lovely bees I had. I carry. And my pun last night, I had a bee BQ because I put charcoal lighter fluid on them and ignited them. And now I'm just watching to see if bees come back. I'm hoping they don't. Because when I got stung by that bee, that was pretty bad. Hi, Gladys. You're 97? Yuck. Is right. Hi, Susan, you're out. Hi, Gladys. Susan, what? Your temp. This part of Washington's only 74. Kim's 96 now. Yeah. I said you guys was going to have quite the heat wave in different parts. 98 here in the Lake, Ozarks. Oops, drew that line wrong again this time. Gotta remember where I'm sewing. Hi, Kathy. And it's like, drew that one correctly. Did not draw this one correctly. Because I don't have a 1/4 foot yet. I have to draw my lines on each side of the line. What was Gladys's temp? 90? Okay. I'd still like to have some rain. They say we're going to get rain around 4. I'm praying we do. Yes. Rain would be nice. We all could use some nicer weather. And I'm making the Jacob's ladder. And the first thing I have to do is make the half square triangles out of 2 5-inch squares and then trim them down to 4.5. 62 and rain right now? Okay. Yeah. So Kathy's 12 degrees cooler than I am. It's funny, across the state, that little distance. I'm just hoping it's warmer for the fair this weekend. Everybody's got fairs this weekend. I'm not going to any of them. I'm dog sitting an extra dog. I'll have Cubby, the littlest and the oldest in the family. So I guess we could call her the matriarch of the dogs. She is almost 14. Oh, she'll September 1st is her birthday. Will she be here on her birthday? It's like I have to look at a calendar. I'm looking for a calendar. It's on here somewhere. I will have her for her birthday, her 14th birthday. It's like, and Susan Munger says, hi, Sandra, and everyone else in the chat. It still won't let you. I took everybody that I had blocked off. I removed everybody. All those nasty names. They can come back and post anytime they want. Thinking maybe it was something to do with that. But evidently it doesn't have anything to do with that. Yeah. It's like everybody says, you really want to unblock those names? Well, haven't seen them since, so they come up to a new way of trolling. And we don't mean fishing, huh? Making sure I don't see any other names up there that I missed. But how's everybody today other than the icky weather? Yeah, I guess we had a plane land on our interstate. He ran out of fuel. A small plane. It's like, that was our excitement. That would have been fun to go see. Diane, hi, Susan Munger. Did you send me a friend book request? If you resend, I'll accept. Thought it was one of those spam things. If she could only post on here, would be nice. But if she answers in my messenger, you didn't hear exit 225, which would be in between out by the Tokyo. I think 225 is where Austin is exit 225 the parachuters. We have a skydiving thing outside of Ritzville, and that could be exit 225. And they would definitely have airplane fuel. Okay, Kim. Tell her no, I didn't. She did not send a request, Diane. They said the airplane landed at 225, so that would be the best place to get some fuel. Airplane fuel. The scammers, spammers, yes. We do have to admit to that. Scammer. It's like, yeah, someone goes, did anybody get a picture of this airplane landing? And it's like, no. But I got my package from Susan. She sent me a panel with lighthouses. Ooh. She's making barbecue chicken is good. It's just I won't take the time to make it for one. Susan's making barbecue chicken for dinner. And Diane says, didn't think you knew her name. But sometimes they suggest them because it's like where Susan and I are and Diane are friends. They might suggest that way. Just read about it on your phone. It's like, see, I just go by our Ritzville road report. Is how I know about it because they go, does anybody know why the plane landed on the interstate? We all work together, Diane, out here. And it's like, if I have to keep Messenger open on this side so Susan can talk with us, it's like, that's what I do. Got to do some more researching. It's got to be one little thing that's simple. Has to be simple. Yeah, she says at least she gets to kind of chat with us guys. Yep, it's like, it's one way of doing it. It's like, I thought maybe just unblock everybody I had. Because I don't have anything else on my settings. But that would be a scary thing, being out there flying a plane and run out of fuel. There's also a farmer that has some airstrips. Okay, it was a request. my husband and I are glad you liked the lighthouse panel. I had bought a few and thought you'd like one. Yeah, I have a book of quilt panels and all sorts of things to do with lighthouses. Patty G sent me. Yeah, it's like coming down in front of you, behind you. It's like, at least it was a small plane. It's like, it is one thing. It is a small plane. That'd be about it. Heck, I won't even go up in a small plane. We was discussing that. Susan, you're out. Just bought a lighthouse panel on. So yeah, D stash. Trying to remember if it's here or if it's on my chair out there. Like I'm not seeing it right here. I'll be right back. Just right back. Yeah, Susan said it came across on the phone. If you Google, that plane on the interstate, put it on Google and it came up on the phone. No, there was yesterday. Oh, yeah, yesterday, yeah. Well, it's right here in front of my nose. It's like, here's the panel. And there's one from Washington on here. Port Wilson Lighthouse in Washington. And Nova Scotia, Michigan, North Carolina, Florida, California, New York, Virginia. But here's the one in Washington. And of course, I've been there. Of course. It's like, I wish I had more of that fabric I used on Melinda's. That one I used on Melinda's looked like a stormy night. And see. Hi, Kenneth. And then she sent me this pattern. We're still trying to figure this one out. And see, that's a different panel than the one I bought for Melinda's. Melinda's had a lot more Oregon, Washington. It had the West Coast lighthouses. And so to get, I did, what is it, walkabout pattern with it. And I had to use a couple of the California ones. So they're goals to go to. But this one here is called 7 Letters. Trying to figure out why it's called 7 Letters. It's Miss Rosie's Quilt Company. But it's almost like a postage stamp quilt is what we could classify it as. Because it's all done in 2-inch squares. But it's a assorted background. Fat quarters, fat eighths. It's basically a good scrap one. But I always try to figure out, it's like, why do they call it a 7 letters? It's like, that's what I always try to figure out. Why is it this? Why is it that? I want 1 ruler and I get 2. But then I have that book that I don't know if I can quickly find it or not. It's like when you want something fast and simply, you can never find it. It's like, that probably would help if I didn't have a headache. Cross stitch, round, this, sunbonnet, nope. I just seen it here just the other day. I know it's not that one. Because it's like Bargello, log cabin with a twist. There it is. I knew I just seen it. This one's called Waterside Quilting. Patterns for lakes, rivers, and seasides. Quilt top, table toppers, pillows, and covers. And then it has pieced lighthouses. And then they did thread art to make like the blades of grass. But they have fish, a mermaid, it's like turtles, frogs, hats. Hi, Linda Denton. Oh no, Laura. I wouldn't be happy either. You give them enough time. But they have like sand. I'm trying to find the color pictures. They must all be in the front. But like here, the breeze is in my hair and the sun on my face. The beach is always my favorite place. It's a whole beach scene that you can make. And it's like, go back and see what Susan says. Very pretty. Here's the turtles and frog and iguana or something at a pond. Over here's just a fishing collage for like a man's room. The hat, the creel lures, and a fish and fishing pole. Seashells. I'm a rubber ducky. I love to swim in the tub. I'm yellow and I'm squeaky and I play rub-a-dub-dub. And I lift the seashell to my ear as long as the beach I walk. I listen to the ocean sound. It murmurs, seems to talk. It's seashells. Beach, sand things. But they have different little sayings. Sailboats. And then where's the... All different ones to do with lakes, cabins, fishing. And then here's the lighthouses. Trying to make sure I got the glare off. I don't know. There it goes. All those lighthouse patterns are in here also. So I'm going to adapt that with that. Yeah, Patty G was just in the right spot at the right time. It was on a sale thing. She got it for $1. And she thought of me and my lighthouses. Yeah, Susan will have to show me her panel that she got. And then I made a long arm panel. And it's like my long arm pattern. I got whale come up, they do their blow, and then it swirls around, and then the whales go in another direction. It's like I draw out a pantograph with that because we also like watching the whales. Well, Susan, when you come over, you know what? You can go through and see what you want. I can send you a close-up picture of them too, because the place I was going to get my things from, that store closed, and they was $12 a pattern for lighthouses. But she had all the Washington, Oregon coast. I know she had all the Oregon coast. I think she had the Washington too. And then we just have to change some colors because I can dig out all my pictures of my lighthouses. I'll never find a pattern for like the lighthouse in Florida that I went to, that Laura, Craig, and I went to. That lighthouse was beautiful. It's very simple, but beautiful. It's totally different than what I'm used to seeing in my neck of the woods. But it's the memories that goes with that of being there with new family and friends. Family. Laura's part of my family now. She's been part of my family for a while. I claimed her as my sister. So I guess Craig would be my brother-in-law. We can get in trouble together. It's just like we've known each other all of our life. Susan and Doreen. It was fun meeting them. But we just had a blast. I mean, Casey decided to have a dinner that night, invited Susan and Doreen to stay. It's like we all got along just like family should. There's almost times I wish that we would have spent the whole next day together too with Susan and Doreen. But what we should have did and what we did are two different things. You know, the afterthought is always the part that gets us. What we should have done. But there wasn't enough hours in the day, not enough days in that week. When I look back at Ella in the swimming pool, that picture is like, it's just more memories. Hi, Cheryl. And how's Cheryl today? Okay, those are trimmed. Oh, don't put this up yet. I got some more trimming to do. Okay, you just found the book. Did you get a real good deal on it, Susan? We wouldn't have known about that book if it wasn't for Patty G. Yes, it did go way too fast. And I have 2 school years to decide if I'm going back. If I go back though, I'm not going to Disney World. Or yeah, that's what you have back there, Disney World, right? I won't be the Disney World chick. I'll stay at the motel. I'll find another site to go see. But I hate to say it, Disneyland, Disney World, none of those have ever interested me. Is it because I'm old? Small town girl? What is it? They have just never interested me. I'd rather go find a manatee, a whale. I'm not go sit on the beach girl. There's other things we can go see. I enjoyed just the time visiting. Yeah, the manatees, we got there just at the end of their cycle. But Laura and I got to see one. I was so happy. I got to see one. Like a kid in the candy shop when that manatee arrived. It's like, yes, I only did SeaWorld. And the Sea Turtle Hospital, the Loggerhead. Austin has been to the Loggerhead, so at least Austin and I had one place we've been to, went together over there. And then we went out to see the alligators, which was, oh, it was good. Too bad they can't stage them gators. We almost went the whole trip without seeing a gator. Last minute, that gator appeared. I'm missing my garbage can. It's like I just looked down there. And then we had the gator bites. But the manatees move over to Susan's side of the state because they go up to the Gulf. But over there, you got to go on paddle boards or kayaks. And it's like, we could plan a shop off. Tell everybody, you guys can go Disney World and we'll go do whatever. It's like, almost cut that at 2 inches. That would have been a mistake. Hi, Pam. Caftons and so forth is here. I'm sure Susan Munger's going to say, "I'll pop, yes." It's like you just plan a goal, what you want to do. It's like when I want to do a thing where I'm not interfering, like in their Disneyland thing. Are you going to do the Harvest Shop Hop? What is the Harvest Shop Hop, Susan? I'm out of the loop anymore as far as shop hops. I know the one for next year is the Pacific Northwest Shop Hop, I think is what they called it. Involves, I think. And they have special Washington fabrics, which none of the fabrics I liked. It's like, I'm not a fan of them. Laura's got her baby quilt done, and when she went to start, she was out of white batting. Here she sent me one white batting. It's like, and then she was out also. I keep trying not to have white batting, but that doesn't work in my book either. It just makes your white background fabrics pop more. And it's like that one that's coming up that I did the white backing, the Thursday blocks. Feel better, Austin? What time's Missy get fixed tomorrow? What time's Missy get fixed tomorrow? Ooh. I don't have to leave till 10. I know warm and white batting went up again. It's up to 41.88 now.
What?
September 24th to October 6th. Oh, that's the one around the Tri-Cities, the Quilt Museum. Okay. I have to leave at 10 by 10 tomorrow. I'm going to get my eyes examined to get rid of these scratch glasses. And you guys all heard it here. I'm going to go. I got my eye appointment. Get rid of these scratch glasses. It'll be a week or two after the appointment, but I'm getting closer. And then I got to see about the other appointment. If they can't write prescriptions for my eye drops, then I'll make the other appointment. Yes, June. Yeah, I was recalculating last night. It's like, oops, 3 years. Austin's got his. Do you have to go to Spokane for your eyes? Yes. Yep, I do. I make all my appointments in Spokane because then I get to go see.
Okay, now I'm gonna go finish my projects.
What project you doing now?
I'm just cleaning up my trailer, organizing, and
I see you got bored last night, went on Heyday.
yep.
Austin couldn't sleep last night.
I didn't fall asleep till 4:30 this morning.
I woke up enough to read the message and said no.
And then I woke up to a text message saying, "You weren't here to take her to her appointment this morning, so somebody else went." And I said, "Well,
Who?
what do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, I was told that pickup was at noon, not at 8 something this morning." And then she was all confused, and so I copied and pasted the message that I got sent. She's like, "Oh, well, I guess maybe there was some miscommunication and some confusion.
Yeah.
I'm sorry." So
it was a transport from somebody's home to a medical appointment?
no.
Or a ride with them?
From the facility to the...
Oh, the Othello facility?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yep.
And they say, "Hello, Austin.
Hello.
How are you?"
Good. Just getting ready for guests for this weekend.
Okay.
From tomorrow till Sunday.
And yeah, see, I get Cubby on her 14th birthday. She'll be here with me.
Nice.
She's old. She's deaf.
We're going to the rodeo.
You're going to the rodeo?
Yep.
Just one day?
Both of them. Friday and Saturday.
It's like
the rodeo.
a small town rodeo.
Yep.
Uh,
Alright, I'm gonna take my Hellions back. Love you.
I made sure to put water back there and then open the door so Bailey can come in. Crack it open, I should say. I haven't heard him out there barking. Blue hasn't been barking as much either. Wonder if he finally got in trouble enough that he learned. He didn't even bark at me when I went to the garbage can today. And June says, "Hi, Austin." He's driving slowly down the street with the door open, the FedEx guy. Okay, it's like, that's the right pattern. I always have to make sure I'll turn it down some, because you have to make sure it's in the correct pattern. The dark squares run one way and the light squares run down the middle of the other one. Jacob's ladder is pretty simple. 2.5-inch strip sets cut to 2.5, then two sewed together for a 4-patch. That's square triangles. And everything measures 4.5 inches. And now I'm going to sew them together in the web. Yep, there goes Austin already. Now Bailey will probably sleep well. Oh, I spoke too soon. Blue's out there barking now. Spoke too soon. But out my window, I can see if there's any bee activity in that beehive. Hi, Teresa. And how's Teresa Foister doing today? I thought maybe he was barking at the mailman, but nope. Haven't seen the mailman either. Could be Austin out the back door. I have this one seam pressed the wrong way. See if I can't finger press it. But, I can't believe that they was going to want him to drive all the way to Othello just to do a ride-along with a doctor appointment. Because it doesn't justify the gas, that's for sure. But they don't think about that part. COVID here, so first day, oh no. I checked when I got sick. That was one of the first things I checked for. And they said they're supposed to be sending out free at-home tests again. So if you want some free at-home tests, we should all go online and hook up to some, because they take a few weeks to get here. And I have, starting next week, I have Miss Alani going to school from here and back to here. So I can just imagine. She goes one day this week and her mom's taking her after her first day of school. And then she got to pick if she went to Grandma in Lind on the bus ride, or she came to the long bus ride or the short bus ride. Gigi Ma's. She picked Gigi Ma's. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have to be home by the time school's out. If I go do anything, I gotta remember school's out. So I'll make my appointments on Fridays and Saturdays. Or Thursdays and Fridays. I can't even think what day of the week anything is. Because her mom doesn't work Thursdays. Her mom wants to find a job closer to home so she isn't doing so much. Anybody here teach K through 12? National Quilt Museum is doing a 2025 school block challenge. Oh. Never heard of that. That could be a lot of things. I think you have to order your kits for students by August 31st. Okay. Yeah, my daughter-in-law does not teach K through 12. She teaches prisoners. Different kind of teaching. Trying to think of any of our teachers quilt. I don't think they do. We have a PA, physician assistant that quilts. Wrong foot pedal. I never heard of such a thing. I'll have to just look it up to see. Sounds like an interesting challenge. And I'm still thinking about a Halloween quilt block exchange. Trying to do some figuring. It's like, you know how a lot of quilts have one block that can join the other blocks together or showcase them? I'm trying to figure out what block would be the showcaser. And then any block would be the other one. And then it wouldn't have to be necessarily Halloween print, because it's like I have this stack of orange here. None of this has to do with Halloween, but it's like this orange. That one. This one has little, and then that one, and this one. They could all be used in a Halloween piece block. And then the purples with the small, anything with a small print. You got Christmas kitty panel. So you got Happy Mail. I'm trying to find that one block that would showcase. But Halloween, you almost have to have the backgrounds be like a spooky gray. Halloween. It's supposed to be, the nighttime thing. I'm not going for the haunted witch devil worshipping type, the cutesy cartoony type. Because the other Halloween fabric I used to have, it's got big prints. Yeah. But always trying to think of something. And then there's a request for another Christmas one. Because we didn't have enough fun with the first one. We got to have a second one. And if anybody gets their block swap quilts done, you could send me a picture of your finished quilts. I can show them. And it's like, I'm just thinking, trying to figure out how to get another one that we can interact. This one's not quite over yet, the wonky block. It's up on the wall very well here. But it's not quite over yet because it's like I got two persons to receive. Put the last of it together. But as you can see, it's almost there. Right now I just got finger press this. Like finger press just helps lay it down so it presses faster, easier, and hopefully the right direction. The seams. Try and get a quilt for every season. I have one Halloween one already. But it's like the piece block can be foundation paper piece. It could be anything. I got a few Halloween FPP patterns. There's all sorts of free things out there. And then a person doesn't have to make the quilt. They can do table runners, table toppers, placemats. And some of the patterns, they say, make pot holders. Yeah, Hey Boo had that was the sewing channel. That was, but it's like to interchange with other quilters and a block swap. Hey Boo wouldn't work. Unless we did a Halloween charm swap, just a charm swap. And then we would have other people's material still. Some notification come up, but I don't know what. But here's block number 4 in the dark color. These are 12.5 inches, Laura. And they're the one off of patchworksquare.com. When we started researching Jacob's Ladder, it was unbelievable how many Jacob Ladder patterns there was. It was just unbelievable. Because that 1 3-yard quilt pattern I did Jacob's Ladder. That pattern I gotta go back and go another direction. Or improvise. because it's like the way the dark and the light and the dark and the light interchange back. It's just going to make a purple checkerboard. Time killer, something to do. Use up fabrics. Can't store them in pretty packages forever. I thought I did take out this second one. I just like, it's up here. White on white. Make sure I got the right sides down. Came from the fat quarter shop. I don't know. It's like, it's just one of those that's, yes, it was fat quarter shop. It was. I'd have to grab the book. I think it was. Yes, it was. Now that I think about it. Thanks, Laura. Keep my brain going the right direction. Jacob's Ladder, Fat Quarter Shop. Yes. Classic and Vintage Series is what it's called. It's been so long since I had it down because it's an easy pattern to remember. Because you need 2 5-inch squares of the color, 2 5-inch squares of the background, 2 2.5 by 13-inch strips of the dark, and 2.5. It's like, that's all you need. This is the whole kit and caboodle. But it's just a very easy block. It's like they show, if you Google the block, they'll show you where they'd use like fat quarters or fat eighths, whatever it was. I think it was fat quarters, and they made a multicolor, all Jacob's ladders, all intermixed. Set that back up there. But it's like, I got so many patterns up there and around in the books. It's like, who they come from anymore. It's like my son. He always picks the time to call when I'm on a live. He forgets when it's Tuesday. Okay. Right side, right side. It's like, really? I missed a phone call from my son. Can you believe that? I love these notifications. Call him back as soon as I get done. He's probably calling to see if I'm still going to watch Cubby. It's like, not going to make the old lady at the house be outside for 7 days or however many days. She doesn't need to be. Because the whole family will be gone. There won't be anybody to let her in and out all day long. And Bailey would get along with a mouse. What's your next project, Laura? Yeah, quit. Yes, I know. You need to have your nose in everything. Did your guests leave? Did you tell them bye? Like we have a she has a water trough, and the water trough sprung a leak. So I made sure to take out a bucket of water before the guests got here because I don't know how much water is left in the trough. And Miss Bailey isn't going to like me tomorrow because I got the eye doctor. It's like I'm thinking kennel she goes. Because she's been digging up too much of my yard. I'm getting tired of filling holes. And Austin's out of town tomorrow. He has his dog's getting fixed. So there won't be a chance of puppies anymore out of that one. A stocking? Commissioned to make 9 Christmas stockings? Ooh. Does anybody remember how many Patty G makes every year? Because she should be making them right now, I think, if she's doing it again. I think Patty G makes 100. Yeah. Yep. And she should be making them if she, because I think it seems like she starts them in June again. Just like, so Terry makes dresses for Dress a Girl. And is that September? And then she's making some bags. I forget what that's called. But if you want to share the links of anything, you know you can. Been listening while watching on my TV, laying on the bed, nursing my back. Yes. It's like we're too old for these aches and pains, but they seem to find us. Our golden years should be that September. Oh. Cut the squares into triangles and then open them up and they'll be back to a square, and then I gotta trim them up. Press these all open. I used to make Christmas stockings. Had a lady love mine and wanted one for her daughter, so I did. Then she said she didn't like it and refused to pay for it. Never again. That's not good. So that's all it would take is one time for me too. One time, and I'd be, nope, never again. I didn't have to make. The senior center down here had a fundraiser, and the one gal, she couldn't come up with enough of the stuff for the bazaar raffle money maker. So she asked if I would crochet these Christmas stockings. So I crocheted the Christmas stockings, and then it's like she crocheted. I forget what she did. Then she wanted a tabletop crocheted tablecloth, so I did that the next year. And then this one gal come in and says, needs to be made by a senior. Well, they was taking money from people at the age of 50 to keep the senior center open, but they didn't want to take projects made by a 50-year-old. So that was my last year I had to make anything. And I says, well, you put up one of your quilts then as the raffle. The bags are so powerful. Depending on how I'm feeling, I will participate. If I can't, I can't. Yes. I agree with you, Terry. But it's another goal for another time. It's like my burst of energy. Hi, Maureen. My burst of energy for getting different things done has kind of slowed down. I'm still completing, but it's like it's just not the energy I had. As the weather turned, I turned. Where's the one corner here? Now I'm cutting these all into, squaring them up to 4.5. Gotta make sure that line goes. I just use the regular square ruler. This one's a 5.5. I used to use the 6.5. Like there's not much to trim off, but got at least the dog ears. There's one. Oh. All these little pieces. I try to use different parts of my board because it's starting to get kind of thin out in the middle part there. Normally it's an outside edge that gets thin, but mine is my middle. Why it's so unusual that way, I don't know. Okay, put the chat down. I'm just going to sew these together and then I'll be done for another day. Then I'm going to go rest also. It's like, maybe it's the stress that I made my eye appointment. On another Jacob's Ladder, Maureen, trying to get all the Jacob's Ladders done. And then it's like what my next project's going to be. Who knows? Because I think this one up here on the wall, the wonky block, as soon as the other two get theirs sent, then that will be done. And it'll go sit in the closet with the finished tops. Tops to be quilted category. There's two in there. It's like, forget what's up here. That one should be in there, but it doesn't have. What's it miss? Oh, it's missing its back. And Diane says, so Terry, I've been watching your videos all morning. If you have a list for machines that way that may be for sale, I'd love to be on that list. Your hard work and knowledge is amazing. Did Terry see Diane's newest purchase? I fell in love with Diane's newest purchase. She got a 301A. And I seen it's got a tropical theme. And it has a pink flamingo on it. Hi, Dave. Maureen says, I got 3 more sets of blocks. Sorry for the delay. It's like, they're not going to me, so I'm just waiting for Kathy's and Courtney's. That's who I'm waiting for. But the quilt's ready up there for it. Did you get it from Jen? It's like, I forget what color now. Yes, I did, Terry. She has 2 videos on it. Yeah, light pink, peachy. Yeah. I called it a sandy beach color. Because beach colors are different all over the place. That's why I try to collect sand when I collect shells. But I didn't go very well prepared for anything. Dorlyn Dale's waiting for 3 blocks. I know Somebody said they was waiting for either Kylie or Darlene's. I can't remember who. It's just one of those things. Sometimes my brain remembers things, sometimes it don't. Because Kylie's and Darlene's was sent out on the same day, same post office, by the same person. Mine came in 4 days apart from each other. Yeah, that machine is gorgeous. Didn't mean to get you up into the chat again, Terry, but it's like, it happens. You get on a subject that's near and dear to your heart. Okay. That's more memories. The woman who painted it is at the sewing machines. Her name's Marie. Okay. I watched some of her videos too. I believe she did this machine. Mailed my postcards out yesterday. Okay, you got all the postcard done. I gotta press these all open for the placement. I see one needs trimmed. It's either could be trimmed or I can just leave it as it is and sew the difference. As long as I know that it's there. Ooh. But I think I'm just getting over the end of that. Whatever I had. But it looks like it could rain out here, but it doesn't say rain in the forecast. Because it's like there's no blue sky out here. It's just going to get dark early tonight. This is my second quilt making a lot of Jacob's ladders. That 3-yard quilt I did Jacob's ladder and star blocks. I was looking at it yesterday. Didn't showcase just like quite how I wanted the blocks. Yes, I watch her. I watch quite a few people, unfortunately. And then it's like, tomorrow I'll miss Marie's because I got to go in for my eye exam. And I probably watched that one be quilted too, or painted. That might be why I like it more too. It's like, who knows? Oops, too far. When when do we fall back? I haven't. Isn't it closer Halloween, November? Isn't that the time that we fall back? It's not far away, but it's like I think that's when it is. The end of October, 1st of November. I just need a couple more things in my house to be computerized so I don't have to change. November? I just know it's around that time of year. And I got to change batteries in clocks. The battery operated clocks get new batteries. The smoke alarms just got theirs this spring. First Sunday in November. Like roll it over the right way. And June says boo. It's like, hey. It's in between cruises for Laura. It's in between cruises. Okay, which way do I take this one? This one goes out. This one goes in. So this one goes out. That was their path of least resistance up there, so that's how it got chose. Yeah, do you door? It's like, yeah. I turned off my notifications because it's like, gotta sleep sometime. So nest these. Nesting is very important. My screen time was down 15%. September 8th can't get here quick enough. Oh, you're only days away. It's like, gets you away from work. But it doesn't really take your mind off of work. Does Craig go with you on them, or it's just you girls? I know you take him on the other one. Wrong foot pedal. Oh. Dab a pin. It's like, never been on a cruise. I don't know if I would like it or not. My old age, I don't like much anything anymore. I'm becoming the party pooper. I am the only one in my family who's never been on a cruise. It's like just girls in September. Okay. Yeah. I looked at the one that does the Columbia River, and it's like, no, it's like that one was way too much money. And when my family went on the other side, went on the Alaska cruise, I inquired on the Alaska cruise. I thought, wouldn't that be funny if I could get on the same cruise that they was on, surprise them. But those things fill up pretty fast. Whether they be, if they're a quilting one, they fill up faster yet. I even looked up the times for some of the quilting ones. And they was already full. The only place that was, the quilting part was full and the other part was full. So you gotta be really fast on these cruises. I don't know if I would enjoy it. It's like maybe my first cruise should be just a cruise. I don't know. I probably never sleep. So now I gotta go press this. Well, I have to find a quilt that I like. It's like I'm not gonna make something I don't like. And I don't know any of these. The only, it's like I've met Charisma. It's like I've met her because she was part of our Odessa group. Yeah, that's what I'm finding. But now, like the Alaska cruise, they can't go into Ketchikan because of that hillside collapsing. So they got to reroute something somewhere. But the prices wasn't that bad for just going up on a cruise. Then when you add the quilting cruise to it, it's like, okay. So hopefully by next week I'll have these up on the board so you can see more of what I'm doing with all these Jacob's ladders. You sleep like a baby on the ship? Well, I don't sleep good any place, so I don't know how well that would work. I really don't know how that would work for me. I'm just not the sleeper. My mind doesn't shut down. It's like I thought for Florida and coming home, I would sleep very well on my way after I got home, but that didn't work either. Hang up these rulers back up. Lift the camera back up. But it's like, if anybody's got a project they want to do or an idea of something, just get a hold of, suggest it. I turned this over and I go, oops, I pressed those wrong. And so back with the water. Gotta have steam to repress them. Entertainment included. I know the cousin said the Alaska one had where you could gamble. She was 900 ahead on one. And she didn't say how much she spent back out of that. Yeah, you can go home, Laura. I give you permission. Tell them the Washington office said you could go home. The Washington. But and then she won the next day. She had 1,200 in her bank. But she wouldn't tell me how much she brought home. Because I said I probably would have put half of it up and not touch it because I'm Miss Conservative. But I am the most conservative person. I probably would have quit after I won $400. But there's another Jacob's ladder. So we got 2 today, 2 the last week. But they just, the way they intertwine with each other. Diane says, I think the tipping fees have gotten way out of hand. Yeah. That's what they said about the cruise, too. Their tipping fees was. First time I went to a restaurant that my bill come in with the tip already included in it. I said, what? It's like, you spend your winnings on jewelry. Well, that wouldn't help me. I'm the lack of jewelry girl. It's like, I'm too old timey. But if I take off one of the rings, then I'm lost. The most I've won. Yeah, it's a very easy. And then when they intertwine together, and you start getting that X. And then so when they go together, you just flip them back and forth. Then you get that 4 patch in the middle that goes out. And they just start interlocking together. I'll get them up on the board for next week because the light and the dark. It's just using up fabric, making another, who knows, donation quilt. I don't know. It's like restaurants sneak that in a lot, especially if you're in a group of 6 or more. Yeah, I had one restaurant that charged me $2.50 for my glass of water, and I thought, what? I didn't know it until I was leaving. I drank 2 sips of it. It's like you wear enough jewelry, or are you just collecting it from your winnings? We've been on hour 41 minutes. That's all. My heart rate is 76 beats per minute. Don't ask me why my watch is telling me that, but it just did. It's like some of the times I wonder what my watch is trying to tell me. You've gone up 5. It's like I went down 2. I'm 72 now. So we do have some weather that's lurking in. The high winds doesn't help today. The high winds do not help today. My wind chime's out there doing overtime. But this is the same exact purple that's up on that board. Dorlyn Dale says bye. But yeah, I'm going to call it a day. I was trying to kill a little more time, but it's like I don't have to. I'm not a gambler by nature either, but I work too hard for it. I will gamble 50. If I win, I win. If I don't, I stop. That's good. Yeah, they said that we're supposed to have like 27-mile-an-hour winds. By the flags across the street, yes, we are. But I want to thank everybody for coming over. I got to get those glasses off my sinuses. It's like, but I want to thank everybody for joining and the thumbs up and participation. And like I said, if you come up with any suggestions, just let me know. You can go back and watch this YouTube, put it in the message comments there. You can do whatever, but find a way of letting me know if there's something you want to do. So we'll see y'all on Thursday. Think of me while you're enjoying your evening. Laura, much longer are you going to be at work? It's like I would just say, I've worked my shift or I'm not coming in on Friday. Because you don't work on Monday. Yep. It's like I just do what I have to do around the house here and say done. Hi, kiddo. She must have just got out of school. Yep. I'm glad you could make it, kiddo. Well, she did her live the other day. We're still trying to, an hour ago. Oh no. You got a goal to get done, Laura? But I was watching Kiddos live the other day and all of a sudden it got booted out. It said copyrighted. Came in at 6. You should be able to go home. Tell them it's bedtime. Tonight's early bedtime. You got to wait a whole year to do another one? That's not right. Okay, so I'll just watch your little ones for you. But I see you made your 49 or 50 subscribers you wanted. That was a good thing. But I'm going to go for now. I'm glad you got to join us, kiddo, for the end. And we could find out some more information. But be good. Hi, Lisa. It's like you're working on all your projects. I forgot. I got to take my screen down. In other words, I can't end the stream. But take care. See you somewhere. Bye, everybody. Thursday. I know I'll be here. Bye.